Because I really feel like we've undersold the power of positive thinking to children in schools. I think it should be incorporated. I think adults should have a better understanding of its value. So once I finished doing my research, I said, really, kids need more sugar, which is saying unforgettable good affirmations regularly because of the positive impacts on the brain. So that's how that all started. And you know, they have that quote, when the student is ready for the lesson, the teacher appears. That's how I felt like Positive Prime was for me, because I started on this journey of just studying things at home and learning. And I'm like, wow, people don't understand the magnitude of making sure your brain is in a positive place. And then Positive Prime comes along and basically not just reinforces what I had already learned, but then gives me this scientific proof that it works, but in a beautiful, easily accessible, non-intimidating way. Like, I just need you to sit here, relax, and watch it. And so for me, it was like a gift, but it was like a mentor showed up to say, hey, put this with what you've already learned, and now you can take it to a whole nother level. So what it enables me to do with children and adults when I speak about the power of positivity is it gives me credibility without me having to do the work. So thank you, Kim. So I started this Papa Positivity Club, and I needed to do research. I wanted to know how to reach them, how to connect with them even online. And I started researching, and I'm getting all this information from Bruce Lipton's research and Joe Dispenza's statistics. And I'm like, wow, all those years I've been teaching children, and I didn't even have this information. So we can really do something now. And so that's what it was. I was, looking for a way to help children even more, and went out on a research road, and learned a lot of things along the way that helped me. And that's what I love about Positive Pride, is it's effective for children and adults. I teach my children to say all these wonderful positive things about themselves, then they might become, egotistic. They might think too highly of themselves. They might become conceited. So I say, look at the numbers. When you have a negative statement or you have a negative thought, the power that has over a positive statement is insane. I think they said it takes something like 70 times. You have to tell yourself something positive 70 times to reverse one negative statement. I believe it's Bruce Lipton that says 90% of the messages that children receive are negative. That's insane. 90% are negative. So even if you just say you don't want your child to be conceited, and you're afraid that all this positive talk and teaching them this positive self-talk is going to make them this unbearable, conceited person, just do the work to balance it out then. 90% of the things you say to them, make them positive, and then do the numbers. Every time somebody says something negative to them, you need to tell them 73 positive things. Just look up those facts. That shifts all of those misperceptions. And you're not telling them or teaching them to say affirmations and positive things about themselves to blow up their ego. You're teaching them those things so that they can program their life. I saw this quote. It said, program yourself or be programmed. You only have two choices. You can program your children, or you can have somebody else do it for you. And if we leave it to society, 90% of their programming, unfortunately, is going to be negative. Like what? Everybody knows 1 + 1 = 2. And then when they talked about synergy, I mean, everybody knows that you can do more with two people. So if you get a whole community of people together who are powerful and passionate, you can change the world. It's true. So I tell people, add to your affirmations. I am healthy because I walked a mile today. I am graduating from college because I made a B on my test last week. Incorporate evidence into your affirmation. You don't go to court and say, this person did not steal the apple and then have video footage of the person paying for the apple and leaving the store and not show it. You would never go to court and have evidence and not take it and present it. So when you are saying your affirmations, present the evidence. Like, what is it that I love about positive prime? So I think the word all right is one of those words that it very much depends on how you say it. Like somebody asks you, how did you like it? Oh, it's all right. So here's the thing. I mean, all right. Okay. So here's what positive prime does for me. It reminds me that things are all right. Like things are all right. I look at these images, I listen to this music, I read these affirmations, and it's like things are all right. You may have difficult moments, but at the end of the day, things are all right. And then I think about my goals and aspirations, and I watch a session, and I'm like, okay, I might not be exactly where I want to be, but I'm going to get there. This is doable. And that's all right. So, yeah, it helps me feel all right in the moment. But then it's like, it may not be working out the way I want it to exactly, but I'm on my way to that place. My mother used to say, killing two birds with one stone, right? But this time we're uplifting two birds, right? At the same time. I love that. And I love the fact that you focused on family and that when you get one subscription, there's 4 more that you can give away. I mean, I love that. And the opportunity to personalize it so children can put things in there that they can relate to, things that they desire. You just helped me tremendously. So people ask me, what are you doing for families? Positive prime. What are you doing for kids? Positive prime. So people say, well, you talk about positivity all the time. So what about when you don't feel like being positive? I said, okay, respect that and go to that place, but treat it like a hotel. You can check in, but you don't live there. That's the thing. You don't live there. I would absolutely like to leave everyone with a vote of confidence in the fantastic work you are doing at Positive Prime. If I didn't mean it, you couldn't pay me $1 million to say it. I have shared it with my family, with the children in my program who they have my hearts. So again, I could use $1 million for sure. You couldn't pay me $1 million to say it. The work that you are doing is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And I cannot thank you enough for it. And also thank you so much for supporting our wellness community and being the very first presenter last year. You kicked us off at some odd hour of the morning. And I always say when someone is more established in their profession and in their career, and they take time to help someone else who's just starting out, it really to me speaks volume about their character. So thank you so much for supporting, and thank you for the work that you do. I love you. Thank you.